Now from Fenway Park here in Boston. Today, a matchup of Pedro Martinez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy is a strikeout pitcher deluxe, has over 250 strikeouts on the season, and if he brings his A game, look for a lot of punch-outs in this game here.
Behind 0-2 now. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with a runner in scoring position, one batter into the game.
Comes up empty that time as he's underneath it, 0-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike three called, one away. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fouled away. Fouled off. Hicks, the runner at second with one away. Stays alive, still 0-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he can put up similar numbers in this one.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Now to the plate, Johnny Damon, one of the better hitters in the league this year, currently 7th in the American League in hitting.
This guy's had a super season so far, and we're well into the baseball season, so this isn't a fluke. He's been swinging the bat great all year.
Batting second, not shortstop, Wade Boggs.
Here's the Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hicks is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting third, the designated hitter, David.
Up to the plate now is David Ortiz. He carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
And Hicks will settle under this one for the second out. So now to the plate, J.D. Martinez. First at bat for him as he enters play third in the American League batting race.
One of the best hitters in baseball, and he does it with some damage too. Lots of extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in the league in slugging percentage as well.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. On to Lansdowne and gone.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means. You want to put biscuits in the basket. Runs scored in ribbies. Runs scored.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. So the Red Sox strike for 2 on the 2-run homer. We'll head to the top of the second. Here's the first pitch to him. High and deep down the left field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
And it's fouled away. A windup and the 0-2 pitch.
got to think our man behind the plate thought twice about that one. About as close as it gets.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Into the box now, Luke Voigt. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. Well, these Red Sox entering play here this afternoon. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away. Digging in now for the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. As he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
And he fouls this one off. And my goodness, how about this? He struck out the side in back-to-back innings. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that brings up Dwight Evans. First delivery to him. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
And that's a fair ball as it'll head for the 3-10 sign on the monster. And that is where the wheels pay off as he's able to make it into second with a hustle double. Next, it'll be Christian Vasquez. Currently sits number 7 on the AL RBI leaderboard. So a good guy to have at the plate in this situation. Strike taken, the throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
How about that for making something happen? First he rips a double, then on the very next pitch, he swipes third, just showing what kind of offensive weapon he can be.
Hot shot on the ground to short, and that's through into left, a base hit. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
Batting 8, the first baseman, Bobby.
That'll bring up Bobby Dahlbeck. In yesterday's ball game, he launched a couple over the wall, so we'll see if he's got some more thump in that bat here in this one. He's set and the pitch. Ripped down the line. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Batting 9, the second baseman.
So the next to bat will be Kike Hernandez. Come up big in spots like this more than once this year. Currently 2nd in the AL in RBIs. Runner breaks for third. That's a strike to throw down. And he is in there.
You know, I was pretty surprised to see him on the move to third because it didn't seem like he had that much of a lead. But he made it work out. That was really impressive.
Vasquez stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a high fly ball out to left field. Back goes Stanton, and that'll bring home another as they open it up to a 4-0 advantage now. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. Well, Dan, do you agree with the timing of the visit from the pitching coach?
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
Standing in now, Johnny Damon. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And they'll add another as this is now a 5-0 game.
Boy, you know, in today's game, D-Row, pitchers are being taught high velocity, go get ahead and strike one. Boy, that didn't work in that situation.
Yeah, and guys have such put-away pitches, Dan. You don't want to go super deep in the count. Find yourself with 2 strikes on you, and here comes a nasty slider or a nasty split finger. He had an approach right there. He wanted to use an ambush tactic, and it worked.
To the plate now, Wade Boggs. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first.
Man, they already hit 1 home run, and I thought they had a second one right there. Not quite enough behind it, though, as it banged off the wall for a double. He's giving up a fair amount of solid contact right now.
Here comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll beat an early retreat here this afternoon as he could never really get into the flow of the ball game. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. It's 7-0.
When you're up by 7 runs, any time in the game, let alone this early, it feels awfully good. They are hitting on all cylinders here, but they have to be careful not to let off the gas pedal now.
High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Gone over the monster and out onto Lansdowne Street. So we'll take one more look, and boy, he just continues to hit the ball out of the ballpark at an alarming rate. What a year. Rafael Devers the next to bat. Line drive, base hit to right.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. Keeping that front shoulder up.
A dive, and he knocks it down. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Man, the hit parade continues. It's not an easy thing to do in professional baseball. Doesn't seem like this inning's going to ever stop. Right now, they've already scored 7 runs.
Strike called. Now the throw down. Not in time. He's safe at third as they pull off the double steal. Into the corner and slicing foul. Vasquez is really quite an athlete. Not only does he drive the ball with great power, but he's also a big-time threat on the base pass. He can really fly.
Yeah, Matty, this guy's got tools oozing off him. When he gets out of the car at the stadium, you know he's going to impact the game, whether with his legs or with his bat.
Ready with another 0-2. Lined into left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. Now the throw comes in to hold that second runner at third, so they're at the corners now with still only 1 away. Stepping in now, Bobby Dahlbeck. Swinging a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry, and it bangs off the monster. And he's safe.
When this thing left the bat, I thought it had 3-run homer written all over it, but it bounces off the wall, so only 1 run scores. And now a chance for his buddy to return the favor and bring in 1 or maybe 2.
At the plate now, Kike Hernandez. Hicks going back, and it's off the green monster. And the second run will score as well. And he is into second base with a 2-run double.
Now batting, center fielder.
Man, you can't hit it any better than that and keep it in the park. As we take a look here, you can see that it hits high off the wall.
Oh, and he's into third safely with the stolen base. Hernandez takes his lead at third with 1 away. Here's a drive out toward left center field. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
Now batting, shortstop, Wade Boggs.
At the plate, Wade Boggs pitches a cold strike. The throw. And It skips in as he steals the bag easily. Comes set with the 0-1. Hard hit towards center. Hicks will make the catch. Tagging is the runner from third. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And not in time as the run scores. Next up is David Ortiz. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Reined in. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. I don't know about you. That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, that I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by his opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. High in the air out to center field. Damon is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Aaron Hicks. He doubled his last time up. Just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Nope. And he takes this one high. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Boggs gloves it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go. Back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Wackney with a report.
Leading off.
Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, J.D. Martinez.
This is when you got to get selfish. You cannot get complacent or overconfident right here. These days don't happen often. When you got your foot on the accelerator and the entire offense is feeling pretty good, get greedy and keep getting knocks and putting pressure on the defense.
And this one scoots all the way to the wall. And he'll settle for a single here as they whip it back in quickly.
Now batting. Third baseman.
Here now is Rafael Devers. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Ready with the 0-1. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
And with one swing of the bat, he shows you why he's dripping with tools. He's got the speed, he's got the power. You don't know how to attack this guy. You can't put him on base with a knock or a walk, or he'll just end up on second or third. And if you leave something over the heart of the plate, that's what can happen.
As he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. Hit in the air out to left field. Stanton has a read on it. 1 out.
Now batting.
Stepping up is Christian Vasquez. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Back up the middle. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
The first baseman.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealing a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
He's 1 for 2 in this one. Here's the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Hit hard down the line. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
First offering on its way. Grounded to third. Throw on the book takes care of him, and the inning is over. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Now here's the first offering. On the ground to third. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. So now into the box is DJ LeMahieu. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer. Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And rarely do you see a player of this caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now. First pitch of the AB now. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Martinez has a read on it. He handles it easily, and the inning is over. So nothing happening this time. So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, Johnny Damon. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Into center field, line drive base hit.
I mean, obviously this guy is built to play in the daytime. 4 for 4, you know he's seeing it good right now. These are the days that you remember for a long time.
So now to the plate, Wade Boggs, as it's grounded sharply to first. To second for 1. To Voit in time for the double play. Now the Red Sox DH, David Ortiz, is working on a 1 for 3 thus far. He's set. Here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this wave as long as he can.
Here's J.D. Martinez. Pulled hard down the line in left. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And a good job to get to it quickly and get it back in. That'll hold him to a 2-out single. Absolutely scorched that base hit. Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up. Into the box now, Rafael Devers. Devers, right field and carrying well. And what an effort on the running play to end the inning. The Red Sox do pick up a run on the solo. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th. So go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. The windup and the 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him. First pitch on its way. Luke Voigt is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Again, he sends it out of play. No runs, just one hit, and no errors for the Yankees so far. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder.
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here. They need to make this starter a little bit more uncomfortable. One strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is set now for the bottom of the 5th, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Dwight Evans.
The right fielder, Dwight Evans.
From the stretch. Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. Fans are getting plenty of souvenirs today. That's the 5th ball we've seen clear the fence by just this one lineup alone.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Roll, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone into the monster seats. Guys, you believe what we're seeing here today? With 6 home runs so far, this lineup is turning in a performance for the ages at the plate.
Matty, this is crazy.
Swung on and hit in the air again, deep down the left field line. Gone. Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. So batting practice continues here today as they notch their 7th home run of the game.
Yeah, Matty, D-Roll, you kind of...
Oh, could it be 3 in a row? Going back is the right fielder. Out of here. And how about that? Back-to-back-to-back home runs. Almost can't believe I'm saying this, but that was the 8th home run of the game for these guys. How about this offensive performance?
Is this a live baseball game, or are they taking batting practice right now? Somebody help me out.
This is one of those D-Roll where they say, hey, it's good weather for a snowman, right? That 8 spot looks like it's snowman in the scorebook. 8 bombs so far in this game alone. Crazy.
And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Hey, guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on.
Runner goes for third. In there. Now the throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
Oh, this kind of goes against those unwritten rules of baseball. They're leading big, so there's really no reason for them to steal third right there, and I'm not sure that was taken too kindly in the opposing dugout.
Stanton has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And he'll think better of trying to score as he holds it third with 2 away now.
The left fielder, J.D.
So here's the cleanup hitter, J.D. Martinez, singled in his last at-bat. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Hicks going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And now in the box, Gio Urshela will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent today.
Yeah, I think if I'm the hitting coach right here, Matty, I'm telling the offense to get aggressive. Just seems like we've been going too deep in counts, and this guy has got exploding stuff on the mound. So I would tell them get overly aggressive on a heater in the middle of the plate early.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Gio Urshela becomes the first out of the inning. Kyle Higashioka is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
Wow, talk about being efficient. How about 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts? Doesn't get much better than that.
Fouled away.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
Rolled slowly down the first baseline. This will get foul for strike 2. Grounder down the line at third. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their second hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
Edmundo Sosa stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Martinez has a read on it, and that's the third out. Striding in for Boston, Rafael Devers. Lifetime line against Chapman. He's a .333 hitter, 5 for 15. He's taken him deep once. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. The 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Hit in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it, 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Dwight Evans, the batter now. Blasted a solo homer last time up.
Going back to that last AB, that was the express. That was an upper 90s fastball that he turned around. So I think with this guy, you might want to try to incorporate some more off-speed pitches.
And that's the second out. Digging in next, Christian Vasquez. 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep. Gone. Over the monster for a home run. If you've lost count, it's understandable. That was their 9th home run of the game. Can you believe what we're seeing in this? Can you believe what we're seeing out of this lineup today, guys? Now, this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. To the plate now, Kike Hernandez. Oh, could it be 3 in a row? But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ballgame. That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive. Strike taken. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. Hit hard towards center. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. And he'll get in there safely.
Just some more of the same from him. He's been clutch all year with runners in scoring position, and he does it again here with a double. Tack on another RBI to his season total.
Zach Britton gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Not in time as he just does get in there ahead of the throw. Britton pauses. Here it is on 0-1. Hard ground ball to third. Not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a man left on. DJ LeMahieu is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike one.
Hey, it's really hard to pitch a gem. And what helps? This guy's first pitch strike percentage, how about 100%? Can't get any better than that.
Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Evans has it, and there's one away. So he's still got his shutout working here in the seventh, and with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. Ready now is Aaron Judge. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
The windup and the 0-1. He looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
The seventh inning is one of those innings when you might start seeing some warning signs from your starters that they're reaching the end of their rope, but that's not the case here. He looks really solid to me.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Aaron Judge is the second out in the seventh inning. Gleyber Torres is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Fouled off.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitch.
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. So the last half of the seventh here, and standing in is the DH, David Ortiz. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So that's how they'll start out their half of the seventh inning.
Every game the pitcher gets a lineup card, he circles the guy that can't beat him. Well, obviously he didn't circle this guy. That's his third knock of the game, and he has been on fire lately.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. 0-1 pitch on its way. On the ground is short. This could be two. There's one to Voit in time for the double play. Now at the plate is Rafael Devers. In previous meetings with Britton over the years, he's 0 for 8. He's set and the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Stanton on the run. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by, no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches, but when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it, and that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. 0-1 count and the pitch. Lifted in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it, and he makes the catch to retire the side. One left for the Red Sox. Stepping in once again is Luke Voit. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Pat. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
And that one yanked just foul.
You're grinding so hard at the plate right there, expecting something on the corners, and what happens? Change up, middle cut. Your eyes light up, but you're just not able to barrel it up.
Throw gets him, 2 down. Digging in will be Gio Urshela. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. In there, 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. And he fouls this one off. Going for strikeout number 15. This one's down to third. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Now at the plate, Christian Vasquez. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. First delivery to him. Swing, and he launches this one to deep left field. A ball that's carrying. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. And now, Bobby Dalbec, and his confidence has to be in a really good place right now, having already launched 2 balls over the fence in this one. No balls and a strike to count. As we head toward a conclusion in this one, I think it's fair to say that it's going to be a long time before you see a team perform like this again at the plate.
Yeah, the ability of this lineup to hit that many home runs, I mean, strewn throughout the line, it screams to the modern day of baseball. The 3 true outcomes. These guys aren't worried about hitting singles. They're trying to stop traffic over that fence.
It can't be better said. I think the day and age right now for pitchers is you have to approach just about every pitch like it's a 2-strike pitch. No get me over.
Well, the play's been made, and with it comes the... So stepping in is Kyle Higashioka, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Got him, and that's number 15 for the ball game. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Aaron Hicks. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point. Damon is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Next up, Edmundo Sosa. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
And they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the 3rd hit he's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. And he hits it hard to the right side. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the 1st inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
25-0 the final this afternoon. Boston get their 100th victory of the season.